think creating that practical business plan is really important, and certainly with Key Fund, a very simple template where you could actually put in your sales and expenditure cash flow over 3 years, and then actually have a conversation around why you got to that level. So it's actually sort of very much keeping it as a very simple model that you can easily go through, and attached to that information about who your team are, who your board are, and how you look to manage and grow that program. Number 8, and I think this is the one for us that changed over the course of the year, about being clear what you want the money for. And there was a pivotal moment really. We always had 2 plans. We had a plan about increasing existing services, and we had a plan around the purchase of a building. And because of the location in Birmingham that we wanted to target so that we had the commercial opportunities, prices were rising very, very high in the commercial property. And so this one seemed to be further away from us. Every time we looked at properties, they were going up in value. So I would say to you, always have a couple of plans going, maybe a plan A and a plan B, and look at those, and maybe different investors will be there. The big thing I've noticed in the last 2 years are those sort of missing middle. Notice how I breathe in when I say it. The missing middle, those smaller amounts that are now accessible. I think quite often people were driven into asking for more money than they needed just because the lower amount of finance wasn't required. So we were very clear with the Key Fund as part of our plan of what we were actually going to do with this money and what the outcomes were going to be. And then you've got to shop around for the best fit investor. We're a people business. And there's a very subtle difference in our counselling service to other counselling services out there. And it's on the web page, and it's quite subtle. And it says, for more information about how counselling could help, call us for a chat on 012131499. But most counselling centres would say, for an assessment, call us. And I felt like a lot of the social investors I spoke to, I was in an assessment. And actually what I wanted somebody that could come round and have a chat. And, you know, for the sake of her legs, because she's been on the floor behind that stand all day, Lisa from the Key Fund, I won't ask you to stand up, but again, can I give you another round of applause from me? Because when yourself and Gary came round, you asked the tough questions. I was grilling, I was shiny at the end of it. But they did it in a way that felt like a chat. And when you set up a social enterprise yourself, it is a little bit personal. And you know, here was I think they probably got more information out of me as well, if I'm honest. You know, I'm sure it was a kind of clever technique, but it was a genuine thing that the business is around people, and I would maybe suggest to the Key Fund team, maybe this is a reason why some of the defaults are so low, because it's a people business. I feel like I've bought into a partnership, not a deal with a big organisation. And I think at the end of it, don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say no, and we had a fantastic opportunity that through Sarah at ISE got involved with a group of business angels, and marvellous. And one of the business angels said, you know, I will give you the money for a building if you want it, because the way property prices are going, if you don't pay me the money back, I'll take it. Now that was even more straight talking, to be honest, but I have to say to you, from my business experience, I'm not sure with some of the other property that's around, particularly with the property that Birmingham Council has. I think you could do something else here. And that's when some of the opportunities about leveraging in other money actually came. So advice will come from all quarters. The money was there, but what is going to be the best option? This is our site for our next counselling centre. You're all invited. It opens on the 2nd of November, and I think what's even kind of more exciting for us is the opportunity to open a shop at the front, and we're already working with 20 social entrepreneurs who are saying that they want to kind of sell their products through there. So we're very much excited about that opportunity as well, so that we'll be able to operate what we call it as our hub, and we'll be able to have our counselling centre and our shop and Citizen Click with its websites and a meeting room, and this is all going to be in this site. And how many people are considering buying presents between now and December? Yeah, show of hands. Now, maybe you could go online when it's open on the 2nd of November and maybe just buy one present from a social enterprise. You don't have to come all the way down to the jewellery quarter. We'll happily ship it out. And if you spend over £30, well, the shipping is free. And thank you very much.